You are listening to socialtv.co.za with myself, Nokuthula Khwela. In our top stories, Barbie launches first dolls with vitiligo, and behind the ear hearing aids, and Nokuthula formally inaugurates the Kellogg's Noodles factory in the Kingdom of Eswatini. In our top story, toy maker Mattel announced that the Barbie brand has introduced its first Barbie doll with the behind-the-ear hearing aids and a Ken doll with vitiligo, as part of the expanded Fashionistas line, continuing the brand's journey to represent global diversity and inclusivity in the fashion doll aisle, and to allow kids to play out even more stories they see in the world around them. The Fashionistas lineup includes the 2 new additions, as well as a new Fashionista doll and Ken options with rooted short hair and a slender body type. The Barbie Fashionista line is where the Barbie brand delivers the most diversity and inclusion, and since its inception, more than 175 looks have been introduced, reflecting a variety of skin tones, eye colors, hair colors, and textures, body types, disabilities, and fashions to choose from. This is the first Barbie doll to be introduced with behind-the-ear hearing aids, further expanding the line to reflect people with disabilities such as hearing loss. In addition to the doll with behind-the-ear hearing aids, this year's Fashionistas lineup includes new dolls in a variety of body types, including smaller bust, curvy, and original. In 2020, the brand introduced a Fashionista Barbie with vitiligo, which was one of the top 5 best-selling Fashionistas in the US that year. This year, Barbie has expanded the offering to include a Ken doll with vitiligo to allow more storytelling. Moving on to our next story, Nokuthula formally inaugurated the Kellogg's Noodles factory at Matsapa industrial site in the Kingdom of Eswatini. This event was graced by His Majesty the King Mswati III, the Right Honourable Prime Minister and Cabinet Minister, government dignitary, diplomats, and members of the business community on the 13th of May 2022. Nokuthula entered into a partnership with the government of the Kingdom of Eswatini in 2019 that saw the investment undertaken by Nokuthula to invest in production capability and working capital towards the manufacturing of Kellogg Instant Noodles production facility. This investment in the Kingdom of Eswatini will allow the company to have better market access and accelerate noodles market penetration into the African continent, as the Kingdom of Eswatini is a member of COMESA, SADC, SACU, and the African Continental Free Trade Area. The Nokuthula JV also has noodles manufacturing capability in Egypt. The Kellogg factory supports the Kingdom of Eswatini economic growth imperative, and since production started in February 2021, 221 Eswatini were employed in various roles. The company expresses its gratitude to His Majesty's government of the Kingdom of Eswatini for the tremendous support and enabling this milestone. The regional winners of the Global Startup Awards Africa with the world-changing UN Sustainable Development Goals Aligned Solutions will come together for the first ever Global Startup Awards Africa event in Cape Town on the 14th and 15th of June, hosted by the Global Innovation Initiative Group. The event is a culmination of a 6-month-long process of extensive and rigorous research, networking, and collaborations across the globe with the aim of finding Africa's most promising innovators. With the help of 30 country partners, 50 ambassadors, and 250 innovation hubs, the Global Startup Awards Africa found close to 8,000 startups and ecosystem actors from 54 African countries with solutions addressing 12 of the 17 identified SDGs, with a cohort of 215 independent industry experts, jury members. The nominated startups and ecosystem enablers went through 3 rounds of judging and 2 rounds of public voting, which then narrowed down the search to 500 country winners, 60 regional winners, and finally 12 continental winners that were announced virtually earlier this year. In our final story, Momentum Metropolitan hosted its Cube NPO Business Challenge on Thursday, the 12th of May, with a diverse team of its employees tackling business challenges presented by 4 non-profit organizations. The full-day workshop, which took place in Sandton, saw Momentum Metropolitan teams represented with organizational challenges from Ikamva Youth, Life Choices, Uviwe Child and Youth Services, and Find Your Life Enrichment Program. For Good, an online platform that connects volunteers with those in need, assisted in finding and selected the NPOs. The winning team consisted of Momentum Metropolitan employees Clayton Lazarus, Tsepo Semunza, Leseho Godana, and Bongi Zamini, as well as Tato Makola from For Good, who were awarded 75,000 rands towards the rollout of their proposed solution to First Your Lives organizational challenge.